is KMJ at KMJNow.com or wherever you stream. Welcome to the Marc Kapetan Show. This is attorney Marc Kapetan, your host. Today's show is brought to you by the Kapetan Brothers Law Firm. We've been serving the Central Valley since 1995. If you or anybody you know has been injured in an auto accident, a truck accident, or a motorcycle accident, give us a call at 559-498-8000. Or if you've been arrested or cited for a criminal offense, call us at the Kapetan Brothers Law Firm, 559-498-8000. Kapetan Brothers, 559-498-8000. We're the Valley's Law Firm, right, Marcella? Yes, Marcella says yes. We're the Valley's Law Firm. Okay, folks, today's guest is a recommendation from Michelle Jackson at the Schoolhouse Restaurant in Sanger Country, right? We're supposed to say Sanger Country. Actually, when we did Michelle and Ryan, Chef Ryan over there from when we did them on our show, I actually ate there the next week with my brothers. We had a great time. You actually know them, right?
Yeah, I do.
My guest, this is a recommendation from Michelle personally. We love the food. We love the atmosphere. Had a great conversation with Chef Ryan. But Michelle recommended her friend Annie from the Fresno Gymnastics Center out there on Armstrong and Shields. So I did a little research to get up to speed on the gymnastics world, which I know very little about. Actually, a little bit more than I thought I did, quite honestly, and I'll tell you why here in a bit. And so I'd like to welcome to the Marc Kapetan Show, owner of and instructor from the Fresno Gymnastics Center, also gymnastics coach.
I am.
At Clovis North, Annie Bradshaw. Welcome, Annie.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Fun tidbit.
Okay.
I actually coached Michelle's daughter, Brooke.
Oh, do you really?
I did, when she was a competitive gymnast.
Oh, that's great. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Did Michelle have any training as a gymnast herself, or?
Ooh, I think, yeah, I think so.
Okay. Or maybe it came from Ryan?
Yeah.
The talent? So that's too funny. Okay. Let me ask you if you remember this, because you are much, much, much younger than I am. Do you remember Nadia Comaneci? Right?
I know the story.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So that is sort of a question in your mind. So the story to you is what with her?
So she was the first gymnast to get a perfect 10.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you weren't even a twinkle in mommy and daddy's eyes, were you?
Probably not at that point.
No, it was 1976. You definitely weren't at that point.
Not yet.
So, Marcella, when I was researching for this, and let me ask you, does she is that one of those people that the young gymnast would look? And I hate to start way back during my time with you, but I thought it was just sort of my relationship with you, because I remember the impact of the 76 Olympics and that one Romanian girl, and how she, I think, changed the world of gymnastics.
Yeah, I think it catapulted the popularity of it. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. The whole perfect 10 thing, this quiet, I mean, she was very stern, Romanian girl from the Eastern Bloc, basically, just took the world by storm and did things that I guess would it be considered rudimentary right now?
Yeah, gymnastics has progressed a lot since then.
A lot.
Yes.
Yeah, I went back and I actually looked at it and I was like, oh, well, that wouldn't be a perfect 10 nowadays, but
no. Okay.
So that's my welcome into the, or that's my reminiscing about gymnastics. Okay. So in that sense, you probably, as an offshoot of Nadia Comaneci and all those, had some influence. Who was the influence for you, and how did you get into gymnastics back in the day?
Yeah. So when I was a young girl, the Olympics that impacted me the first was 1996, right? I know.
Thank you.
Make you feel old. Sorry.
Okay, and who was it?
So that would be the Magnificent Seven.
Yeah.
So Shannon Miller, Dominique Moceanu, Amanda Borden. All seven of them. They were the idols.
All gold medal winners, and then right.
Carrie Strug. Right?
Yeah, Carrie Strug. Yeah, so that I want to talk about that later on. Carrie Strug with the was it a broken ankle? What did they find out she finally had?
Yeah, she broke her foot. Mm-hmm.
She broke her foot. Marcel, do you know what I'm talking about? She broke her foot, and that's when you realize, okay, so basically Nadia Comaneci elevating the sport. But when you saw Carrie Strug do that, you sat there and you thought, oh, these aren't just girls dancing around on a mat.
Tough.
They're tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tough.
Yeah.
Because she broke her ankle, and then she went out, and I think she get the gold?
She did a second vault, and she landed it on her feet.
Yeah.
And went back. It didn't actually win gold, but I mean, it wasn't the deciding factor.
Right.
But TV dramatization.
Yeah.
Is the reason.
She ran down that, what do you call it when you run down towards the vault?
The vault runway.
The vault runway with a broken ankle.
Mm-hmm.
Did her whatever twist and landed on the broken ankle, basically landed on one foot favoring the broken ankle. And so that was one of them for you, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
Did you say, Mommy and Daddy, I want to be in? I
was already in.
Oh, you already in.
I was already in at that point, but that was hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
We went, after every Olympics, they have what's called a post-Olympic tour, and they go around to all the different cities in the U.S., and they put on a show.
Yeah.
And so I went to the one in Boston as a young girl and just fell even more in love with the sport.
Yeah. If you don't recognize that accent, folks, it's a little bit of Boston in our guest here, Annie.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Comes out every once in a while.
You a Southie or what are you?
I'm from west of Boston.
West of Boston?
Yeah. About half an hour outside of Boston.
Yeah. What city?
It's a little town called Boxborough with a B. Yeah, because everybody thinks Foxborough, which is where the Patriots play. Yeah. And so I say it's Boxborough.
Boxborough with a B.
Little tiny town.
Back where they have burrows and stuff like that.
Yes.
We don't have burrows out here. It's beautiful back there, isn't it?
Sure is. Absolutely.
Yeah. I was just there last year. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So did you meet one of the Magnificent Seven?
Yes, I got Shannon Miller's autograph back in the day.
How old were you?
Oh, I don't know how old I was at that point. 10, 11,
really?
Something like that, maybe.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah, it was fun.
What was the event that you wanted to do when you started off or when you saw that?
My favorite event has always been the balance beam.
Do gymnasts on that level, do they have to do every event?
Typically they do. Typically they'll train all four. Sometimes for teams like that, they pick certain ones to go on certain events to get the best team score.
Right.
But typically at that level, you're at least training all four.
So wait a minute. I just thought of what you said. Your favorite was the balance beam, right?
Yes.
Dude. I mean, that is, they talk about safety and helmets on football players and stuff like that. That's got to be the nuttiest sport that there is and the most dangerous sport there is.
Very thrilling. Very thrilling. And that's part of the fun of it.
Is there a lot of injuries or does a woman, I mean, obviously they have enough flexibility, but is the flexibility make it that much safer? I mean, it's got to be dangerous as heck.
It can be. It's like any other sport. There's injuries, but it's something that with proper rehab and stuff and science that has come out.
Oh my gosh. Okay, it's 4 inches or 6 inches wide?
4 inches.
4 inches wide.
Yep. 4 inches
you're like,
wide,
oh yeah, there's
16 feet long.
injuries, and there's but you're doing a backflip onto a 4-inch beam.
Yeah.
And how long is it?
16 feet long.
Okay, so what was you did gym, and you actually, we'll talk about your injuries and stuff later on, but you actually competed until what age?
I competed until I was about 15 or 16, and then I did high school gymnastics.
So what was the most difficult routine on the balance beam as far as the one run down? You would do a what to a what to a what, basically, and then fly off the beam.
My mount was pretty cool. Okay. I did a round off onto a springboard and then a backflip onto the beam. Oh,
you could do a springboard onto the beam. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then my highest series that I did was like a back handspring back tuck, which
that's crazy. Didn't Nadia Comaneci come up with something different? Didn't she do a sideways move, basically going around sideways on the beam, which had never been done before?
Yeah, there's a few different skills. So as gymnasts perform new skills at an elite level, at a world championships or an Olympic championships, it gets named after them.
Right.
So there are Comaneci skills.
There are, really. Mm-hmm. See, Marcel, I know more than I thought I knew about gymnasts. All right. We'll be right back and talk about my expertise in gym. No, we'll be right back with Annie Bradshaw from the Fresno Gymnastics Center, and we'll talk all about her center right after this. This is the Marc Kapetan Show on KMJ. This is KMJ at KMJNow.com or wherever you stream. Folks, you could catch all of the episodes, shows, however you want to put it, of all the great hosts here at KMJ. Ray Appleton, Philip Teresi. I was about to say Philip and E, but E. We miss him. Christina Musan and John Broski in the morning crew with Christopher Gabriel, all streaming at KMJNow.com or get the KMJ app. I listen to the app. I do, Marcella. I use it. So go check it out at KMJNow.com or streaming on the KMJ app. Folks, we are back on with Annie Bradshaw. We're talking about how a guy like me can remember all these things from gymnastics in the Olympics. And I said, because I'm 60 and I'm old and I just have a bunch of nonsense in my head. So, Annie, are you impressed?
I very much am.
That this old man could remember these things. Okay. Okay. So Annie Bradshaw from the Fresno Gymnastics Center. She's a friend of Michelle Jackson from the I was about to say the Sherwood Forest, from the Schoolhouse restaurant way out there. It used to be the Sherwood Forest. See, that's how old I am, Marcella, because I remember when it was called something else. Anyway, from the Schoolhouse restaurant. Annie, you have a huge 10,000 square foot center located where?
Our major cross streets are Armstrong and Shields.
Mm-hmm.
So East Fresno, right on the border of Fresno and Clovis.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It is a 10,000 square feet, purposefully built for that?
Yeah. So we worked with the builders and with the landlord and made it so that it was mostly a big empty warehouse, as much space as we could get for the gymnastics space, and built it about 2 years ago. Yeah,
there was one right next to our judo warehouse, and it was just it's a big warehouse. That's what you need, is a big warehouse.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think they had air conditioning or at least some sort of cooling system. We had nothing. It was it'd be like 130 degrees in the darn place.
That would not be fun in the valley.
We actually loved it. I love sweating and working out like that. So, but no. Okay, so you build this thing. It was always a dream of yours. When did you start thinking about building your own place?
Yeah, so I have coached for a long time, and so I knew that I loved the sport. And when I moved to Fresno, I was really looking for a place that not capitalized, but
you could say
valued recreational gymnastics, but also had the goal of competitive gymnastics in mind. So I coached for a long time. I coached the little babies, the preschool kids, but then I've also got experience coaching team. And so
you're at Clovis North, is it?
I'm at Clovis. Yeah, I coach Clovis North's high school team and Granite Ridge, the junior high team. They have gymnastics teams in the school systems.
Okay, and are you? And it's with is it? Back in our day, the teachers were the coaches too. They had to do double duties. I mean, so are you teaching any sport there or any type of PE or anything like that?
No, I'm just a coach.
Right.
Because it's such a specialized sport. It's hard to find somebody that could do that.
Okay. And how's the team doing over there?
They're good.
Yeah.
They're good. Yeah. We got third last year in the Valley. So
good for you.
I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You were a competitor yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay. And eventually broke your...
Yeah, I hurt my back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does this have anything to do with the balance beam again?
Maybe. No.
How did you do it?
No, it was a stress fracture. So over time.
Really?
Yeah. And so it got to the point where I had to medically retire.
Is there a way, and now that you're teaching or coaching and teaching and stuff like that, is there a preventative thing? Is it something that your body just wasn't built for the type of move you were making, and other girls may have something that allows them to do it easier?
Absolutely. So there are a few factors, like as I've grown up and as the sport has grown, the scientific research has grown too, and the way that we condition and the amount of numbers of certain skills that we do is limited because we don't want gymnasts to have things like stress factors.
Right. Okay, so was there a particular move that is no longer allowed or something to that effect?
No, but we limit the numbers so that back in the day, you would do like 100 of a skill.
Oh, yeah.
Like it would be normal just to keep practicing, keep practicing. Nowadays, it's okay, visualize the skill, do 5 of them, make sure you're doing them correctly. Let's go back and do these drills and break down the skill so that you are doing the pieces of the skill correctly without the impact that the skill has. Do
you remember, or you can't pinpoint it because it was a stretch fracture?
Yeah, not really.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Will the gymnast get the same basically result in not having to repeat that all the time? I mean,
absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's an accepted practice throughout the industry now to basically break it down. Don't do 100 of everything like that.
I think it's the right practice.
Right.
Is it? Is every gym accepting it? I don't think so.
Right.
But I think it's the right way to go.
Is this the difference between what is it in Karate Kid, the one gym that just tortures their kids and everything like that? Yeah. Right.
Yeah, we don't want that.
And you have the gentler way.
Yes. Yes.
So, okay, you have many students. We won't say how many on the air, but you have many folks, many students. Yeah. You have a unique thing that you did though, and that is you tailor towards 2 different sets. You break down the kids between the ages of what and what?
So we have one area of the gym that's particularly for 6 and unders.
Right, 6 and under.
So baby, as soon as they can walk, up until they're in kindergarten, they're in that side of the gym. And then they move over into what we call the rec or competitive side of the gym. And then over there we have our recreational programs, and then we also have our competitive programs.
And you actually have equipment that you said, I want these young kids to feel welcomed and not feel scared about coming in. You actually have equipment that's tailored towards the young 6 and unders also.
Absolutely. Yeah. We have the smaller equipment, better for their hands, smaller bars so that they can grip the bar better.
Yeah. That's for Marcella. That says that's for her too. Yes. The baby hands over there. Yeah. Oh, no kidding. A beam on the ground, right?
Yeah. Beams on the ground, low beams, mini trampoline for
and
them.
A 6 and under kid will do that kind of stuff?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. They rock it. Yeah. They do so good.
Is it one of those things that I know anybody could learn and do recreationally, but there's got to be something where you sit there and you go, okay, I'm gonna treat them all equally, but I'm gonna keep my eye on that one over there because this one has a natural talent, basically.
Oh, you can see it. Yeah. Absolutely. And so I have a daughter. I have 2 daughters.
Yeah.
One of them is
Zoe and Rue.
Rue.
And is that the full name, Rue?
Yes, that's the full name.
I love it. Yeah, it's great.
So Rue is 4. And she does the little TOTS program and the TOTS circuit. Yeah. And she just, I like to say that gymnastics is also the foundation of all sports. And so these kids are learning those basic movements and stuff that will develop them later in life.
Sure. Yeah, even if you're doing football or whatever. I mean, tumbling, falling, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, balance.
Yep.
I took ballet for a while to learn, as an exercise. Hardest thing I ever did. Yeah. And I wish I would have done gymnastics because I was 5'6", 120 pounds.
Yep.
Maybe 5'5" in high school, 120 pounds. I would have loved it. Anyway, by the way, how's Rue doing? I understand you had a little scare with her.
That was my older kid.
That's your older kid.
Yeah.
Oh, Zoe.
Yeah. So Zoe last year had appendicitis.
Oh.
And as a 7-year-old had appendicitis, which is young for appendicitis. So she had appendicitis and we had to have an appendectomy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's miserable. I had it at 11 years old. So, yeah. So, okay, good. Well, shout out to Zoe and Rue out there. We'll be right back with Mom on the Marc Kapetan Show, right? Mom. This is KMJ. This is KMJ, KMJnow.com, or wherever you stream. Hey, folks, I'm going to pop this music down and talk to you about the Kapetan Brothers. Kapetan Brothers. Listen, folks, we just got a call this last week, and it was a gentleman whose dad was injured in an auto accident. And the poor guy, you could just hear it in his voice. Dad, it's got some pretty bad injuries, too. Had no idea what to do. There's not a whole lot of insurance on the other side, but we're going to find insurance. It was just great talking to him. And I'm not going to mention any names or anything like that. And it was great because you could just hear it in his voice afterwards saying basically, God, I feel so much better. Thank you. And not to pat ourselves on the back, but what I'm trying to tell you folks out there is if you've been injured in an auto accident, or if you have a family member, this was his dad, just give a call, and we'll probably answer a bunch of your questions and ease your concerns and just make you feel better. And lucky for this guy, we're taking on his case. I think it's going to be a pretty large case for them, and it's well deserved because the poor guy, he's an older guy, much older, veteran, and he's gonna, he suffered a pretty bad injury, and we're gonna be able to help this guy out, and it may not make him feel better. We were talking about back injuries with Annie Bradshaw here, but at least it's going to get him the compensation he deserves. So 559-498-8000, Kapetan Brothers. Annie, sorry I had to put you through that. Annie Bradshaw. Thank you. Annie Bradshaw from the Fresno Gymnastics Center. Annie, tell me how people sign up to go and get lessons. You call it lessons, basically, right?
Yeah.
Lessons.
Yeah. So there's a couple ways. The most common way that people sign up is just through our website, which is FresnoGymnastics.com. And you can go on the website and click class information, and you'll see all the different class offerings that we have, and you can see a list of the class days and times, and you can go ahead and register right there. And
the earliest a kid, what age do you think?
We start as soon as they can start to walk. Yeah,
really?
Crawl and walk. Yep. Baby and Me is what it's called. It starts at 6 months officially.
Cute. And learning tumbling and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So we have basic obstacle courses that they work through, and they're learning those foundational movement skills that'll help them develop their motor skills.
Absolutely, yeah. And the kids love that kind of stuff. I mean, you ever see a kid tumble, they just giggle for joy, Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Good for you. Average cost?
The recreational classes are $93 a month for one class a week.
That's not bad at all.
Nope.
I just talked to a buddy who's taking guitar lessons for $120 a month.
Yep.
And you get nothing out of that other than, a complex, basically.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Okay. So you finish, by the way, you teach all, I understand men have 6 disciplines, right? And women only have 4.
Yes.
And I was trying to figure out why, but I realized it's probably the arm strength, right?
No, I think it's because men's gymnastics started earlier in the Olympics.
Can a woman, boy, this is going to sound horribly old for me to say. Marcella's giving me the warning look. Can a woman physically do rings and things of that nature?
Absolutely.
Okay, so then if the Olympics are all woke and everything like that, why is it not part of the sport?
That is a great question. I am not sure.
I
think it's because the people in leadership are still a little not as woke.
Oh,
a little bit more traditional.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yep. So you think and it's the rings. What, the parallel bars? No.
Yeah.
Or is it parallel bars?
Yeah. So the bars are a little different. So there's the parallel bars and the high bar, whereas women have just the uneven bars.
Right.
And then there's the pommel horse, which is different.
Yeah, but a woman could do all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at you. All right. Let's start a movement. We're going to start a movement right now.
Okay.
Women's rights. Speaking of which, I mean, is it, well, I'm not going to get into the politics with you. I just want people to go to your Fresno Gymnastics Center. What's the hardest out of all those, you think, for the men and the hardest for the women?
Ooh, the hardest for the men is probably the pommel horse. It's deceiving.
Really?
It's deceiving, but it is very, very, very hard.
Because of the stress on the wrist?
Yeah, stress on the wrist, and you can fall.
Yeah.
The fall might not look very scary, but it's hard to do.
Yeah. It's hard to fall?
Yeah, well, it's hard to, yeah.
And the women?
Probably the bars. Well, it just depends on the athlete too. Some gymnasts are naturally swingers, and they naturally.
Hey, don't say that.
I know.
Okay.
But they naturally can move on the bar.
Right. Really?
Yeah. Whereas some gymnasts are more innately, they call them power gymnasts, where vault is easier.
Is it the length of the limbs and the basically whether you are stout and muscular or whether you're lengthy?
It can help.
Yeah, absolutely. Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, too funny. Yeah. Percentage of boys at this school?
At our facility, we have maybe 25%. We have a strong parkour program where the kids do obstacle courses.
Oh, you're doing parkour also?
We do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the boys love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
So that's very popular with the boys. But then we also do boys gymnastics.
Because boys are dumb and dangerous. Yeah. By the way, is gymnastics probably the perfect sport? I mean, whether it's a guy or a girl, the physique on a person that is in gymnastics is just
they're strong,
tremendous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely.
Are they doing weightlifting also when you get into the professional competitive area?
Yeah. So like our competitive athletes we have weights, we have resistant bands that they use. We have, they condition for like an hour every day.
But it's more toning weights, obviously not bulking, right?
Correct. Yeah, for ours. But at the college level, they do a lot nowadays.
Yeah.
I just don't have as much knowledge on it.
Right,
to be frank.
Right.
But so we do more toning.
Do you have competitors? Can competitors compete to state finals and stuff like that in a private setting like this, or do they have to be affiliated with a high school or something to that effect?
No, only private around here in California. Yeah. So for school, they only Clovis Unified and one Madera school have gymnastics teams.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Each high school doesn't have a gymnastics team?
Nope, they do not. I would love to see it.
Well, I don't get what's going on. I mean, I'm literally perplexed by that. Yeah. How do they not offer this at all the schools?
I agree. We had it at my high school growing up in Massachusetts, and we had a state tournament and the whole deal. Yeah. And so I would love to see that in California.
Is that with Marcel? I mean, is that with all sports like wrestling and all that?
No, they have state. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yep, just gymnastics for some reason.
Is it and in the Olympics, it's one of the more popular. I mean, probably the most popular watched out of all the sports.
Absolutely. It's probably funding, to be frank.
Yeah, but I mean, what, a mat? And I mean, obviously you have the contraptions, as I'll call them, for the events. But if you want to do basic gymnastics, it's just a mat, and they got the wrestling mat already there.
I agree.
All right. Another movement. We're going to...
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm sorry.
It's part of why we founded the Fresno Foundation.
And
the Fresno
now,
Foundation.
and folks, again, we haven't said how many, but now I know why you have that many students. It's just dry here as far as that is concerned. Mm-hmm. Oh, good for you. What's your ultimate goal? Have an Olympian?
No. I just want... When I was growing up, the gym was my happy place.
Okay. Was it?
And it was a place where, and I think so many young people these days have so many mental health issues, and so much screen time, to be frank. The gym is an opportunity to get away from that.
Well, you can't hold an iPhone in your hand when you're doing gymnastics. Yeah. Yes. And great. The mental health aspect and getting some exercise. That's great. We're going to be right back with Annie Bradshaw from the Fresno Gymnastics Center right after this. This is the Marc Kapetan Show on KMJ. Welcome back to the Marc Kapetan Show. We are going to get right back to it because I never thought I would have so much to talk about with gymnastics, but
little did you know.
Little did I know. It is fascinating. We are back on with Annie Bradshaw from the Fresno Gymnastics Center. I want to get right back into it with you. Let's mention before we forget 2 people. One is Todd, your husband, right?
The best.
Did he help you all through this building of the Fresno Gymnastics Center?
Yeah, absolutely. He's been the rock and has absolutely been
a lot of business experience. He owns the Bones. He owns 5 of the Bone stores around the area.
Yeah, him and his business partner own the Bone store.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. Is that a nationwide franchise, or is that his?
No, it's theirs.
So they started that. Mm-hmm. Oh, when it came out, I thought, oh, that's brilliant. I mean, being the hypochondriac that I am, I was like, oh, I'm going to go down there and just see what I need.
Oh, absolutely. You can at least have some orthotics for sure.
Thank you. I just saw my doctor, and he's sending me to the podiatrist to check on orthotics.
Everybody can use orthotics.
Yeah, especially when you're 60. My feet are killing me. So. By the way, I wear these Hokas. You could see them right here. I wear these Hokas, right? And they think that maybe the Hokas are so stiff because it's such a big sole that it's causing foot pain. So we'll find out. All right. I'm going to go talk to Todd. Also, I wanted to mention a great little thing that your grandma Nancy said. She said, go for what you want. And I don't want to make you cry here now. So, but it's like, you had this dream of building this gymnastics center. You wanted to be a competitor. You got injured yourself. And so this was your thing, is if I can't compete, I'm going to coach and I'm going to make it the best possible, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to do it right.
You want to do it right. Yeah. Yeah, you really are. And it's, I don't want to say it's paying off monetarily, but from the amount of numbers that you have of students there, I know it is, but it's also paying off because you are filling a void from what we learned this last time, because there's just no gymnastics here in town per se to speak of. I mean, there's other private companies, but I didn't know there was such a void in the school system. So good for you. Kudos to you. Master's thesis. You got a degree into what was your thesis on?
I got my master's in sports leadership from Northeastern.
So what was the thesis? What was the subject of the topic of the thesis?
So there's not a thesis for master's.
Oh, it's a
PhD.
Right. That's right.
Yeah,
PhD,
but we studied sports events and sponsorships and how to.
You had said you had presented to the Gymnastics Congress. What is that all about? See, I thought it was presenting some sort of paper, basically, a thesis or a paper.
No. So at USA Gymnastics Congresses are where coaches gather to learn about the sport and the best techniques for coaching.
I see.
And so I've been a presenter for 7 years.
Right.
Particularly on preschool gymnastics and then on business most recently.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah, so you're getting your name out there.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's. We talked about Carrie Stroke and overcome. This perseverance. This, injured as she was. So, I had this thought because we hear about Simone Biles and she left the sport. She basically left the sport during the Tokyo Olympics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the middle of the team competition.
Right. Mm-hmm. And the stress just got to her.
Yeah, she got we call it in gymnastics the twisties, where all of a sudden you start to do a skill and you have no idea in the air where you are.
Okay, which
is terrifying. Oh, if you can imagine. So
it literally happens while you're in the air.
Yeah. So she went to do her vault and she got lost, and she couldn't. When you're at that level, everything comes so naturally that you just twist and land, and it's easy.
Right.
But if you get lost, it can be terrifying.
So I didn't take that into consideration, because when I was researching it, I thought, well, this is just what they call the yips in baseball or golfing. Basically you have done the sport forever and you get into a funk, Marcella. You literally know what you're supposed to do, and it's a mental block. You can't do it. And what worried me about it, and now I see the danger of it, but still what worried me about it is that it's a mental block, and they're considering it a mental, they talk about her mental health, and that was a mental health issue. And the question I had for you is there training on how to get rid of the mental block? Do we have to call this a mental health issue, or is it just a mental block issue, which is really a sports issue and a performance issue?
Yeah, so it's a combination of things. And Simone's come out and said that, and that she goes through a lot of therapy. And then in addition to that, you go back to the foundations of sport. So like she would get lost in the air on her flipping, so she went back down to rolling on the ground to make sure, or just a single flip to make sure that she knew where she was in the air before she moved on to trying double flips, before she moved on to trying double flips with one twist, et cetera, et cetera.
Did it get with her that significant to where every time she tried to do it, she couldn't do it?
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh. Yeah, she got lost. And so she ended up watering down some of her routines, and she was able to compete beam at the end of the Olympics after she had gone through training days to try and figure out what was going on.
All during the initial Tokyo Olympics, she did that.
Yes.
Okay. And she came back in Paris, right, and won gold.
Yep.
As good as she was before?
Oh, yes, and better.
Really?
Yes. She did new skills that she hadn't done before and got them named after herself.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I didn't know that. Yeah, because I was sitting here going, do we have to hear it again about mental health issues? And I know it's out there, but what we're doing is blurring the lines between things that require psychotherapy for mental health purposes and then sports therapy, psychotherapy for performance issues. So do you have to deal with that with the kids at the Fresno Gymnastics Center?
Yeah, what's going on in their outside life can absolutely affect how their practices are going.
Yeah, sure.
And even if they have a mental block or something, it might have to do with other things that are going on in their life besides the skill that is right in front of them.
And was she part of the big abuse scandal, Simone? She was, right? So the sad part about what she had to go through is that it was connected. It wasn't like a separate life and then bringing it on the mat. It was connected to her mat work and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and when she's out on the floor, I'm sure there are flashbacks and things that
did she relate it to that at all?
Well, the last time she was at the Olympics was in 2016, was when all that stuff was going on.
Yeah, you're right. I get it. Okay. Life after fame, Mary Lou Retton. Yeah, sad, huh?
Yeah, super sad.
She was the darling of America, and I mean, I guess she still is in that moment in time and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes some poor decisions. Very poor.
Yeah, and it looks like it's been a long term of poor decisions from just the pictures. She was arrested for a DUI just a while ago. Part of the thing that I said about judo when I used to coach judo is I tell everybody to come to judo because it keeps you out of trouble. And, you hope that, I don't know how personal you get with the kids and stuff like that, but you realize because of the number of students you have that you're keeping kids out of trouble too, right?
Yeah, and not only the kids, but honestly, some of my staff have brought that up to me specifically. I want more hours so that I can stay out of trouble.
Oh, that's funny. How many coaches do you have out there?
I think we're at like 52. 52.
Mm-hmm. Wow. 52.
Yeah.
You've made a huge business out of this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you. You're going to make
pretty busy.
And you're going to make a dent in because all those kids are feeding into the schools, right? Mm-hmm. You guys have been open for how long now?
It'll be 2 years, August 1st.
So you may be single-handedly, or not single-handedly, the whole team out there, responsible for maybe some future Olympian, right? I'm not joking around.
Potentially you could. Absolutely.
Well, with the numbers that you said that you had and stuff like that, and them feeding into the schools and hopefully competing, and hopefully get more high schools to have gymnastics teams, you're going to be seeing people going to the state finals, right? At least.
Oh, yeah. We have people going to states. We had a girl this last year win regionals, which was really fun.
Oh, good for you. Mm-hmm. Oh, did you really?
Yeah, she was fantastic.
All right. Annie Bradshaw. We're not going to play any music to get out of here. I just wanted to thank you for being on the show. It was just way more thrilling than I thought I was going to have with discussing gymnastics. It was wonderful having you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, Fresno Gymnastics Center. Go out there and sign up. Sign up your kids. We'll see you next week on the Marc Kapetan Show. This is KMJ. The Marc Kapetan Show every Saturdays at noon. This is Annie Bradshaw from the Fresno Gymnastics Center. We're going to go out in the parking lot and do some backflips right after this. Tell us about the Fresno Gymnastics Center. How do they sign up for your class?
They sign up through our website, which is FresnoGymnastics.com.
FresnoGymnastics.com. Sign your kids up. They could start as early as how old?
6 months.
Six months, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All those kids I have out there in the world, no, I'm teasing. So Fresno Gymnastics Center, sign up. Also watch the Marc Kapetan Show Saturdays at noon. We'll see you then.